Well, the first domino has fallen, bro. Oh my gosh. The Commanders have officially traded for Deebo Samuel. And what's crazy about this, all they had to give up was a 5th round pick. Like a 5th round pick. I understand Deebo had a bad year, but bro, not even a 3rd round pick. Nigga got traded for a fucking biggie bag. Like, bro. Now, this is exactly what the Commanders need. They need a true number 2 wide receiver behind Terry. And who knows, maybe Deebo, you know what I'm saying, has a great year. Goes back to his 2021, 2022, you know what I'm saying, season type shit. Where he, you know what I'm saying, first broke out. And then, you know what I'm saying, the reason why he got that big contract and stuff. But maybe Deebo has a great year. Who knows? You know, he doesn't have to step up and be the true number 1 wide receiver. He can play his role. Maybe they'll use him, you know what I'm saying, how he was used in 2021. You know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. But we're gonna check out this whole video, bro, and see what other information we can figure out about this.
According to our Jonathan Jones, the Commanders are sending a 5th-round pick to San Francisco.
Crazy.
And the 49ers gave Samuel permission to seek a trade in early February. Samuel had 806 yards from scrimmage and 4 TDs this season, the second lowest totals in his career.
Damn.
In each category.
He did put on, I ain't gonna lie, he did put on some fucking weight too, bro.
CBS Sports NFL lead insider Jonathan Jones.
On some Luka Doncic type shit.
This is not a surprise. It felt like this was just a matter of when, not if. How did we reach this conclusion where Deebo and the 49ers part ways and now he's on the Commanders?
Yeah, Chris, I'm back home right now, but just spent the past week in Indianapolis. That's where deals get done, right? And so we are about a week and a half away from the start of free agency, the official start. So this trade is not official until March the 12th. But it happened because John Lynch was there at the combine, was able to talk with teams.
Yeah, this offseason is going to be nuts, bro.
Peters, right? He employed him for several years there in San Francisco. Now, of course, he's the general manager of the Washington Commanders, and they were able to hammer out a deal. There was interest from other teams, the Houston Texans. There was some light interest from the Pittsburgh Steelers, as there had been for some time. But ultimately, it's the Washington Commanders. Deebo Samuel wanted to go there, wanted to play for Dan Quinn and Cliff Kingsbury, wanted to play with Jaden Daniels, wanted to, keep his salary at what it was and be on a contender with an opportunity to rebound.
Because Commanders got a lot of cap.
Down year last year.
Do y'all think they're gonna get Myles Garrett too, bro? It's a strong possibility. Like, my top 2 teams for him to go to right now is either the Commanders or the Eagles. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Eagles can make some shit like that happen, but they got to free some cap.
So
I ain't gonna lie.
That's why you see Deebo Samuel wanting to go there. Look, it's really remarkable that Washington is a destination spot now for a lot of free agents, considering what it was like there a mere 2 years ago or so, and for the previous couple of decades. But this is a credit to John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, the relationships that they have with their players there, because, look, Deebo Samuel saw the writing on the wall last fall when they signed Brandon Ayuk to that 4-year contract extension.
And we thought after they drafted Ricky Pearsall that either him or Ayuk was going to get traded, but they kept them all on the same roster for at least 1 year.
Not going to be around after the 2024
all it took was for Deebo to have a down year to get that nigga traded.
Permission to talk with other teams. It's granted, and that is how we wind up getting here, where Deebo Samuel, no longer with the San Francisco 49ers, a chance to, get right a little bit with a new team, and that new team, of course, is the Washington Commanders.
So let's stay on the Commanders, Jonathan. So you look at a team that really did not have dynamic playmakers outside of Jaden Daniels and Scary Terry and Terry McLaurin, right? Now you add Deebo Samuel, who you think is going to be really motivated to show the 49ers something to prove. But what do you think
that's a nice lineup
for the Commanders as they look to build their whole team around?
And what they can do, like, they can definitely use Deebo as more of a running back, because B-Rob, he's okay. He's nothing special, you know what I'm saying? He's not like a Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs type running back where he can get, bust off 20-plus yard runs, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. He's more like a 5 yards per carry type running back. Eckler's getting older, you know what I'm saying? He's more of a receiving back. But if they can really get Deebo going on the ground, bro, that's going to definitely help them out. Like, the read option with JD and Deebo, that's going to be scary. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well,
That's gonna be scary.
This is the time period. This is it. And they have cap space. Before this trade, they were going to have about $81 million in cap space. Doing some quick math, it'll be in the mid-60s. With
They still
this
got a
trade
lot
here,
left.
But we see their playmakers right there. Also, it's just going to give them another element, right? Because we know how Deebo has been used with the San Francisco 49ers back when
He wasn't really used
a little skinnier
like that. Like
as
these
well.
last couple years, they really haven't used him more of a running back like they did in like 2021, 2022. And I understand they got CMC now. But, like still having him in the backfield as a threat is like,
As,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
sort of running back weapon option as well. As that
Hopefully the
pass
Commanders
catcher. We
use him
see,
like that.
De'Ami Brown and the guys that they have on this team.
Yami a
can
free
also
agent, so.
help out. Olamide Zaccheaus as well. So they're going to have some speed out there. Yeah, Terry McLaurin is the big name. Yeah, of course, Deebo Samuel's the big name. But this is another element to that offensive scheme and weaponry that Cliff Kingsbury has. And I don't know that the Commanders and that group necessarily believe in championship windows, right, philosophically, but they did better than expectations.
Man, as
this
long
past
as
year. There's no
JD's on that
question
rookie
about it.
scale contract,
Came
bro,
up
their
short
Super
against the
window is
Philadelphia
wide
Eagles, who
open.
were a better team than the Commanders in that NFC title game and throughout the season. However, you're going to have to do a little bit more. We saw them go out and get Marshawn Lattimore. We'll see if that trade winds up ultimately being worth the high price.
I mean, he was coming off injuries. I'll give him some slack, but
soft tissue
next year he about to come to play.
Dealing with the last couple of years. But if you can get a rejuvenated Deebo Samuel, if you can use him in the ways that he was used when he was one of the best weapons in football a few years ago, and if you don't have a sophomore slump from Jaden Daniels, right? If you can bring back so many of these potential free agents, Zach Ertz.
Yeah,
right?
Zach Ertz
He's
needs to
very
definitely come
happy
back.
to be in Washington. But what are you going to pay a mid-30s
A vet minimum,
end, right? And so there's still some questions the Commanders have to work out. But
maybe like
it's great that guys want to be
eight
there.
mil,
So by
8 to 10
acquiring
mil,
Deebo Samuel,
maybe.
that's going to send a message, one, to free agents who want to go to Washington, but two, free agents to be who are with the Washington Commanders in 2024. That, hey, we're loading up over here, guys. Maybe you guys should come on back.
Absolutely. This is the place to be. We're no longer a laughingstock, and for so long you felt like it was just going to be forever the way the franchise was run. But now you got Jaden Daniels, new ownership, and they are in a different place. Now, on the 49ers side, right, of course, they have to replace Deebo Samuel. That's not an easy guy.
they already kind of did that last year when they drafted Ricky Pearsall. Now, Ricky Pearsall is like not built like Deebo, but he kind of plays similar to Deebo. Like they can use him on the jet sweeps, you know what I'm saying, the end arounds and stuff like that, like he, you know what I'm saying, did at Florida. But no, Ricky Pearsall can kind of fulfill that role, and they can go out and get maybe like in the draft, probably like Savion Williams, you know what I'm saying, from TCU, who can play receiver and running back, you know what I'm saying, at an elite level. So they can find a replacement for Deebo easily. Like, I know it's not that easy to replace a guy like that has, you know what I'm saying, so much production over the last couple years. But, they could definitely find some guys to replace him.
Right, to replace. What is next for them as they look to change maybe some of their philosophy on offense in getting somebody like a Deebo, or maybe just somebody else, right, who's going to take the top off the field?
So, because we have sort of known that it was going to be Ayuk or Deebo going back to the fall, this is something that the Niners have been planning and preparing for some time, right? I mean, obviously, when they went for it in 2024, when they paid Trent Williams, when they paid Christian McCaffrey, knowing that they had 1 year left of one of the best deals in all of sports for a team with Brock Purdy on that 7th round pick contract, they knew in 2024, all right, we're not going to be able to keep this band together in 25.
Damn, he only got 22
so
receiving
touchdowns.
touchdowns?
They draft Ricky Pearsall, and they
Damn.
extend Ayuk. And so Deebo was left out in the cold a little bit. So they've been thinking about that from a weaponry perspective. But what's next?
They've been
for the
talking about
Niners in
trading
terms
Deebo
of
for like
what
2
they're
years
going to
now.
do salary-wise, well, it's Brock Purdy. And that is going to be a very
Oh, yeah, ain't
interesting
Purdy supposed to be
contract
getting paid
negotiation, one
soon?
that, the Niners
Oh,
usually
shit.
they don't like doing it, but it's been working out this way where they don't get contracts done until deep into training camp. They
And
don't
that's
want that
that's
to be
their
the
fault,
case.
bro.
What's going to be Brock
That's
Purdy's
so
number?
stupid. Not gonna
Is
lie.
it going to be $55 million per year? Is it going to be 50? Is it going to be 45?
No,
That's
no.
a wide.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Brock Purdy gets paid 50 mil a year, I'm lashing the fuck out. There's no way he should be making that much money. He's a pretty good QB. He does not need to be making 50 mil a year, bro. No, stop it right here.
Wide range.
Stop
You
it.
can do a lot
If he gets
of
paid
things
50
with
mil,
that
oh,
$10 million
the Niners are fucked.
that you have in that sort of delta there, and so they're going to have to hammer out that deal. That is
Maybe
certainly
less than
gonna be
like
next.
40
And then
mil, maybe.
Is there going to be money?
But 50
else
mil,
to go
hell
around?
no.
We'll see what winds up happening with the Dre Greenlaw, for example. So, long story short, the Niners knew that they were spending a lot of money in 2024 because they got so close in 2023 with that overtime Super Bowl loss. And then when it didn't happen, I think the purse strings were sort of tightened up there. And so Deebo Samuel will now be on the ledger for the Washington Commanders. The Niners have been preparing for life without Deebo Samuel, and now here we are. Once we get officially to March 12th, that life without Deebo Samuel will be a reality.
Jonathan Jones, we always appreciate your insight. One of the best in the biz. Appreciate the time, man. And here
What
is
the
the
fuck?
tweet from the Washington Commanders official
Yo,
account
Deebo, RP my nigga Deebo, man.
for Friday. Y'all know who he is. He's looking to bring pain to opposing defenses come 2025 in the fall.
How did he say it like that? But hey, man, shit. I don't know what you guys think down in the comments below. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think it's a W or L trade? You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what other NFL videos you want me to react to. Without further ado, I'm out.
I'ma make them feel me, make them people when they show me. And if you don't know me, I'ma make sure that you know me. I hate to say it, but I really think I'm broke. But I know I'm chosen, I really know I'm chosen. I know I'm chosen. I was just lost a year ago, but now I'm focused. When good at sports, this microphone can be my trophy. Not taking drugs, I found a better way of coping.